Tonight, we look at a story of immense consequence. It's a story about power, it's a story about money, and honestly, the future of our world. For decades, one nation stood as the undisputed economic giant, the United States of America. It set the rules. But now, a new contender has entered the ring, a powerful force from the East. China has risen with breathtaking speed. This isn't just a simple competition, this is a battle for global leadership. We are living in a moment of historic change. The rivalry between the USA and China is the defining story of our time. It touches everything. It affects the phone in your pocket. It affects the car you drive. It affects the prices you pay at the store. It influences global politics. It influences military alliances. In one corner you have the reigning champion, the USA. It's a titan built on free markets. It's built on innovation. Think about the companies that have changed our world. Apple, Google, Amazon, Microsoft. They were all born from this unique environment. This innovative spirit is constantly creating new industries and new technologies. It ensures the US economy stays at the cutting edge of global progress. It generates profits that are reinvested into advanced research, creating a cycle of innovation. Then there is the American financial system. The US dollar is the world's reserve currency. That means countries everywhere hold dollars to conduct trade and manage their economies. Wall Street attracts capital from around the world, funding new businesses and big projects. This system is built on a foundation of trust and established legal frameworks. Investors around the world feel confident putting their money into American assets. America's higher education system acts as a magnet for the world's best and brightest. They attract talent from China, India, Europe. Many of these brilliant minds stay and start companies. The venture capital industry provides seed money for risky startups. It places bets on thousands of ideas. One success can change the world. Finally, let's consider energy. Thanks to the shale revolution, the United States is now one of the world's top producers of oil and natural gas. This energy independence reduces vulnerability to geopolitical shocks and gives industries a competitive edge. This newfound energy strength adds another layer to America's economic resilience. Its ability to invent the future is a powerful asset in this economic competition. If America can renew its strengths, it will be very difficult to beat. Now let's turn to China. Its rise is one of the most incredible economic stories in human history. The core of China's strength is its manufacturing prowess. It is quite simply the factory of the world, from iPhones to clothing to heavy machinery. The Made in China label is everywhere. This didn't happen by chance. It was the result of a deliberate, decades-long strategy by the Chinese government. They invested in infrastructure, high-speed rail, new ports and power plants, created special economic zones like Shenzhen and mobilized a massive workforce. China is now a major producer of high-tech goods, including telecommunications equipment, electric vehicles, renewable energy technology. Companies like Huawei and BYD are becoming global household names. The Chinese government has a clear plan called Made in China 2025. They aim to lead in robotics, aerospace, and AI. Unlike the US, government and private sector often work in lockstep. The Belt and Road Initiative is one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in history. China is building ports, railways, roads, and power plants across Asia, Africa, and Europe. It is creating new markets for Chinese goods. With over 1.4 billion people, its consumer base is a powerful growth driver. China has also accumulated the world's largest foreign currency reserves. Those reserves give Beijing a massive cushion to stabilize the economy and invest overseas. China's ports are the busiest in the world. Goods move from interior factories to coastal ports with remarkable speed, reducing the cost of doing business. The gleaming skylines of Shanghai and Shenzhen show a nation racing to claim its place. This export engine has powered decades of growth and helped lift hundreds of millions out of poverty. But China also faces deep challenges we must examine next. Despite its immense strengths, the United States faces serious challenges. Perhaps the most significant is its deep political polarization. Constant political infighting leads to gridlock in Washington, crumbling infrastructure, rising national debt, and an aging public system. The debt has reached staggering levels, and higher inflation and interest rates are squeezing households. Inequality is historic. Wealth is concentrated while the middle class erodes. Closed factories and hollowed-out towns are a blow to social cohesion. China, for all its strengths, faces its own set of daunting challenges. The first and most pressing is a demographic crisis. Decades of one-child policy have left China growing old before it has grown rich. Fewer workers will power factories and more retirees will need support. China also wrestles with massive debt, especially in real estate and local governments. A major property collapse could trigger a financial crisis. Crackdowns on tech firms and opaque rule changes have spooked investors. Centralized power can be efficient and dangerous. Lack of transparency can stifle innovation. China faces growing international pushback over trade practices, human rights and security concerns. Allies are imposing restrictions that could limit China's access to advanced technologies. Both nations have vulnerabilities, and the world depends on both. Disrupted supply chains and trade tensions can hurt everyone. This isn't abstract. It affects families, jobs, and livelihoods worldwide. We must weigh both strengths and weaknesses to understand what comes next. The next section explores potential futures and who might shape them. So what does the future hold? The next few decades will be a period of intense competition. It is unlikely one country will achieve total dominance. Instead, a more bipolar or multipolar world may emerge. The global economy may split into two spheres of influence. The race for technological supremacy, AI, quantum computing, biotech, will be decisive. Another battleground is setting global standards. For the internet, finance and trade, companies and countries may be forced to choose sides, leading to decoupling. That could make the world more fragmented and less efficient. America's path depends on healing political divides, investing in people and infrastructure. China must manage demographics, debt, and transition to innovation under political constraints. Will the 21st century be another American century, or will it be a Chinese century? It may be neither. Perhaps a long era of sustained rivalry, a new Cold War fought with technology and tariffs. This is a long, complex marathon with many twists and turns yet to come. The choices leaders make now will echo for generations, and so we are left with the ultimate question: who will dominate the world economy? Both giants have the power to shape the future. The final chapter has not yet been written. As we watch this epic contest unfold, we must ask ourselves, who will dominate the world economy?